Okay.
Okay, it's live now. I think. Hopefully.
Uh, Still, yeah, I'll tweet it out once it's live, or once I see that it's live, rather. Um, yep, it looks live. Okay, hopefully it goes well this time. Um,
Yeah, most of the time my internet's like fine, but like once in a while, I'll have like an issue randomly.
all good, all good. What were we talking about? Uh, I don't remember.
Manliest jump thing.
Oh yeah, no, and we're conclusive on that
Are there
because
manly men for real manga anymore in Shonen Jump?
yeah, I'm sure they exist, but I just yeah, not really a
Not
jump thing.
anymore.
Yeah,
They
they're just all
Okay.
did.
getting
They died.
canceled.
Yeah, Chopper agrees. They did. Yeah, no more manly men for no more manly men manga.
Just buy Andrew Tate's comic.
Only soy
It's
manga.
only like $70.
Chopper hates soy manga. He's like Dot in that regard.
That's because yeah, I think that's on point.
Come here. You're stupid. He doesn't care.
Oh yeah, I've also I guess I haven't talked about it yet. Because so it's a complete fucking coincidence. I literally found out about the anime like the day after I started, or the day I was going to, or around the time I started reading it. But I'm reading because I caught up to Viral Hit, which did I ever talk about Viral Hit before?
Yeah, it's the
The
webtoon
webtoon, yes.
from
So
Positive Select, I think,
no,
that you
yeah, he
found out from
recommended it.
him. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, where basically the premise is a bullied kid learns street fighting from YouTube and become ends up becoming a streamer fighting his bullies basically, and then going from there, it gets into fucking crime and shit. And it's almost over, I assume. At least I don't see there being much continuation. Um, the viral hit to uh from where it is now, like they've beaten the main antagonist, who's been the main antagonist for over 100 chapters, and I assume there's only a few chapters left of Rival Hit. But I started reading Solo Leveling because my friend recommended it to me when we were in Sweden, and I was getting close to the end of Viral Hit, so I was like, yeah, I'll read Solo Leveling, and then literally it got an anime that I didn't know about. So I don't know what it's like or what people are responding to. It's pretty neat. I definitely don't like it as much as Viral Hit, but like you know, main character becomes the only, I guess, magical hero hunter in his world who can grow and level up basically. So he's basically playing a different game than everyone else in that sense. And I mean game in that it uses like very clear game mechanics. Like it's a Dungeon K kind of story, but um, with like dungeons appearing in the real world and shit. And there's kind of getting into some of the more national stuff with it. I'm about halfway through the manga with other countries and how the fact that the world is changing because of these hunters who are so powerful that they could potentially destabilize nations. It's pretty neat. I don't love it, but it's enjoyable and it's entertaining enough. So I can't speak on the anime, of course, because I didn't know it was a thing. So until after I started reading it, or around the time I started reading it. But yeah, it's pretty neat.
Bro's on a whole fucking webcomic arc.
I say I'm more on a cartoon arc, I guess, because I might I was looking at it, I don't know if I because it's like it wouldn't be I guess it when I say cartoons favorite rewatch, it doesn't feel like that big of a deal because it's like four
No.
cartoons. Vindy says no,
I'm
like
talking to the cat.
oh
He
okay, gotcha.
he knocked.
Sorry.
So I don't know if y'all could hear it. He's meowing at me right now. He knocked shit off the desk for him to make space to lay on so I can pet him. So he just knocked shit off the desk, and I was just fucking sitting there looking at him, and he turns around and looks up at me, and then just meows at me. Like, fuck you! Who do you think you are? You need to act like this.
That's funny. And yeah, cats are silly. Um, But I just thought the timing was funny because you've been hearing about me talking about my fucking anime and manga reread and rewatch for fucking years, and I say, but cartoon's favorite rewatch, and it's like, no. But no, it's yeah, I don't know if I'm really gonna go through with it, but I do have a short list of stuff because another thing I like because I was thinking about the DC animated universe again. I haven't rewatched any Rick and Morty since season 2. Another show I was thinking about was because Venture Bros was basically canceled, but then they decided to give them a film to wrap things up. And I recently found out that the film came out half a year ago, and I just didn't see anything about it or know about it. So I'm like, well, fuck, I might rewatch Venture Bros so I can finish it. I don't know. I don't know how much I'm going to do that because I am still thinking of taking my break on anime like subtitled stuff basically for February and March, with some exceptions like Hero Girl Sky Precure is almost over, and I'll wait on Wonderful Precure. But also Sentai King Oger is going to continue for a few more weeks, so I'll finish that. And then if we do anything backlog related, because I know you guys both wanted to watch anime. Oh yeah, and I guess I mean I was going to suggest what's it called a game, but then I ended up not being able to play the game. So that sucked. But oh well.
You can play it with a controller, I think. I know it's
yeah,
lame that way, but if
feel like
your
it just
eyes
kinda
somehow don't work, brother, I don't know.
I think it's more a combination of like bad webcam plus bad, not great lighting. I did what I could with my 2 lamps and also glasses. So it wasn't working.
You might have to take the glasses off.
Then I literally won't be able to see anything. So that's not gonna happen.
Just get real close, then, brother.
Then I physically my webcam is too long for my. It's not even a long webcam. It's just my what was it called? Critical index? No, probably not that. But basically, I have to be centimeters away from something without my glasses to read it. Like
I see.
Less than like 5. So I literally, it's physically. And it was annoying, and I'm also bad with posture, so I could have just been like moving slightly and not realizing it, or just slouching a bit and like leaving the webcam range. So it wasn't working out.
I mean, if you get desperate, I'm sure there's like an app that you can use that can like be like you could plug it into your phone, like plug your phone into your computer, and then use it as your computer's camera somehow.
Maybe that's a thought. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, like that has to be something that exists, especially because you have a Samsung. I mean, like I'm sure that exists on Apple too, but no shot there's nothing like that.
Yeah, that's a good thought. I had not thought about that. That cat is having a ball today.
He just yells, brother. Chopper he just loves to walk around and yell.
He knows who's in charge.
What do you want? I think I want your girlfriend to come home, but she's still at work.
Oh, actually, here's a question, because I mean, it's really something we don't have to talk about on the stream, but because we're gonna every other week we're gonna stream us playing a video game, but we finished Castle Crashers. So have you guys put any thought into what video game we'll stream next?
I mean, I've only thought of playing the Scott Pilgrim game, not necessarily next, but a game that I'd like to play. And I don't think it matters if you haven't read or seen it. It's not really spoiling much of anything, and it's fun.
Mm-hmm. Because let me look at. I had a list of just options that I happen to already own.
It's obviously Fortnite, so me and Vindy can get more grinding done.
I mean, I'm getting pretty good on Fortnite. I'm getting there. I finally finished the Rock Band pass, so I have the weekend now. I bought Raiden because I had to.
There it is.
Yeah, so I'm chilling with Fortnite. Yeah, I'm really just like I mean, right now it's weird because I'm playing. Motherfucker, you cannot be talking this big ass game, yelling all you want, and then get scared by the air conditioner.
Oh man.
He had his
funny.
back to it, and it like turned on in like a big burst, and it scared him. He ran into the other room and looked at it. Like, brother, hello.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so, give me a second for game thoughts.
Okay.
But yeah, I forgot what else I was gonna say. I can think of try to think of some games.
No Fortnite, please.
Here's the problem. Ultimately, is that it's got to be something that's like multiplayer. Ideally, co-op works best, just because.
Right.
If we're all working towards a goal, that's better than working against it. And ideally, it's something cheap. Oh, I don't know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I'm in like a weird limbo because like so Ace Attorney came out right now, which is great, but also like I can only read so much, and partially that is what's great about a visual novel is like if I pay attention for a little bit and then I get distracted, my eyes glaze over, I go on Twitter.
He's obsessed.
It's not a problem.
I know that feel.
For me to or I click on a YouTube video or I watch a TV show or something, I can do something else, leave the game up, it doesn't matter, right? But it's like I got that, and then I feel like I don't really want to start anything too big because Persona comes out next week, and I'm really excited for Persona 3. So it's like right now I'm just in like a kind of trying to finish up
stuff without starting anything new because a game is coming. A fucking 80-hour, 100-hour game is coming out. Yeah.
There's Turnip Wood, but I don't want to look up a guide. And I was playing that game the day it came out, so there wasn't any guides. So I gotta go back and look and see if I can figure out how to progress in that game because I was like at something and I didn't know what I needed to do. I needed to get a key card, but I couldn't figure out where it was. And it's like I'm playing Resident Evil 8 and I'm almost done with that, and that game's pretty short. And then there's Last of Us, but that's a game that's like so fucking hard that it's like I do a little bit at a time. But like I was doing a fucking encounter in Last of Us the other day, okay? And there were like 11 fucking people, and I had 3 bullets.
Oh no.
And so it's like, brother, I am like fighting God just to try and get away. And like you like they are so fucking like they're robots. Like they see you so easily. They hear you so well. You got to play so fucking well, and that shit is tough. Gotten into Uni 2. I have been playing it a little bit. The problem is I'm playing it on PC because I bought it to play with a friend, and he decided because the PC port was bad, he refunded it and bought Tekken instead, which is fine. But I would have bought Uni on PlayStation since the PC port is bad, and I didn't. And so now I'm stuck with the dog shit PC port. And I played the other day. I tried to play online after like getting like a very dog shit B&B, and it took me like forever to get into a game. And you couldn't mess with any settings, or it like broke the game. And so I finally got into a game, and it was against like a way higher, like a guy who clearly grinded the fuck out of Uni 1. And he just beat the shit out of me. I was like, all right.
Vindy, I just want to say you deserve it because you made Luna and me buy Nick All-Stars 2 and you refunded it.
That's true.
And I still have it, even if I don't really intend to play anymore. But I've already played like 6 hours-ish.
I told y'all at the time I might refund it. I told y'all at the time.
No, shut up. You betrayed both of us.
And in that instance, I actually didn't need that fucking money. I'm keeping it $1. But yeah, so I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah, because I'm not opposed to a fighting game. The problem is just like logistically, because or for streaming. Sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't offering Uni 2. I was just
no, I know.
About it. I was just Power World. I was gonna say the problem with Power World is just like I guess we could play it on Game Pass, but I don't know if gamers would want to buy Power World like on Steam or what. But
I mean, I'm gonna get another Game Pass subscription again at some point, but
well, because like, it's basically because it kind of ties into it, I guess. But right, not really ties into it, but because like, we want a goal, of course. So with a fighting game, it'd be harder to decide what a goal would be. Because I know generally I do kind of want to just try to get into a fighting game and see if I have any capacity for it, when part of me feels like I probably won't, but it's worth a shot. With Power World, I'm interested in it because I did have a video idea. One of my many video ideas where basically I even looked up lists of people making recommendations and found some like indie titles, but I had the idea of just like playing all the Pokemon derivatives. So like or like things that people connect to Pokemon. So like I have some indie games like Poromon, Tenten, Temtem, Cassette Beasts, Monster Crown I haven't really heard of. Then like some that tie into other franchises like Dragon Quest Monsters or Demi Kids or Devil Children for Shin Megami Tensei. I don't know. So I have had
the Digimon one.
Yeah, no, I'd have to poke around with Digimon because and see which ones, because I know that I've played a few back at the time period, so I don't know which ones.
I can link you the one that people really like, and like people like when people were complaining about Power World and stuff, like it was one of the ones that they like the Digimon game, they specifically said if you want like a creature capturing thing, this one's really good and overlooked. Okay. I put it on my wish list, so I can just look at my Steam.
That's I'll take that. So and Robopon is one that I feel like I've seen very few people bring up because it was Game Boy Color only basically, and so it was very much like a very direct. Like I literally even remember seeing as a kid, you throw magnets at them to catch them, and I'm like, okay, this is really clearly Pokemon. But I never played it, so I just had the idea of just like doing a big video talking about all of them. And Power World, I feel like it has to be, assuming it's still fucking available to play by the time. Like I don't think because like
no,
I know there's
I don't think Nintendo Pokemon unless they literally can find proof of like the model or AI thing, then they can't do anything.
I don't know. But we'll have to see. And I'm not like in either, because I know it's like a really heated debate for some reason. Because I don't know, the one take I see that keeps making me go like, what the fuck? Because when people, they're just afraid of actual competition, and everything I'm seeing in the game is like, this game has like none of the appeal of Pokemon, or at least very little. All things like it feels deliberately like, like you literally enslave them. Like that's not. I don't think that's what actual Pokemon players like want to do, right? So, but I'm not. Metabots I didn't think of as a does it have a game that's like Pokemon? Because that's I don't know, because like Yokai Watch was another one that I had listed.
I want to play Yokai Watch.
Yeah, so I just have a bunch of games. Oh, I guess Monster Hunter Stories. I did not write that one down. So I don't know. I just had the idea of just going through and playing a bunch of them, and Power World would be one to get a perspective on. But I don't know how long. So we could do that. To give my list of the list I posted a while ago. These are just games I already have on Steam that have 3-player co-op. So it's not a list of like it's options. Honestly, I don't see us doing any of them. But I have Deep Rock Galactic, Left 4 Dead 2, Magicka, Viscera Cleanup Detail, Warlocks vs. Shadows, and Terraria. So those are just the ones I happen to own.
It was Cleanup Detail, Terraria. What else?
I just Deep Rock Galactic, Warlocks vs. Shadows. Hold on. Left 4 Dead 2.
I mean, I have Left 4 Dead 2, so it's possible.
I like that game.
Yeah, I do remember a while ago, Vindy, you offered to your friends because if you were talking about like getting really like serious with it, I guess, and just doing like. We could try, but
game's fun, dude.
Yeah,
that game's cool too because it's like a multiplayer game, and when you play and you like need to actually be communicating. So if you play it, it's like anyways, but it is cool in that way. The Special Infected have they have like music cues when they show up. So if you play enough, you can recognize what's showing up and know how to deal with it by the music cue, which is cool.
I did play it years ago, but I'd be down to give it another shot. So yeah. And then I also linked a website called I can link it again, Co-Optimist, that just has a bunch of co-op games listed. Oh yeah, Lethal Company was a game we never never checked out.
I mean, if Lethal Company's cheap, I mean, I know it's a new game, but
I mean, I have it. That game's fun. It's silly.
I'd have to check the price.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead is definitely the cheapest option because we all already have it. It's $10 right now. Lethal Company.
I'll put in my wish list if we do play that at some point.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. And I'm playing Deep Rock Galactic with some friends, and it's pretty fun.
Grem did suggest Shredder's Revenge, but I'm not really interested in replaying that unless you two really wanted to play that.
I have no real want to.
I wouldn't mind it, but yeah, no real desire or either. So,
I'd rather do a different beat 'em up. If I had to hurt to do and play that instead, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, we got at least an option or two, I think. So, sounds good. All right. What else should we talk about?
I don't know. Vindy, what are we talking about?
On the topic of a manly podcast. A manly anime podcast, specifically.
Okay.
Sounds forced.
Yeah. I'm forcing it, brother. Sorry, I'm a little tired.
No, I mean the idea of the podcast. No, I mean I know it's just a thing that came up, but I'm just imagining a broader concept thing, a regular thing.
When you think of fucking, I don't know. I give up, brother. I can't even. Yeah, I don't know. We couldn't do Gotham Knights, Luna, because Gotham Knights co-op is only 2-player for the story. The 4-player is just a mode.
Let me look at my video ideas.
Is No Man's Sky more than 2?
I think you could do that 4-player.
Okay, that's a possibility, because I do want to genuinely play that. I'm just waiting for a sale, because I do not want to spend $60.
Next Friday.
I was gonna look at my video ideas to see if I came up with anything recently that I thought was interesting. Guess not. Oh no, actually, I did have one. I mean, it feels kind of like not excuse, but justification, retroactive justification for me playing the whole Shin Megami Tensei franchise. But I did have the idea of because after I finished Shin Megami Tensei 1, I actually did really like the Chaos Hero and how his character arc resolved, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I had the idea. It's funny though. Right now, out of the 10 games I played, he's he's the only character I would 100% talk about. But I was thinking of just doing a very general kind of my favorite Shin Megami Tensei characters, where I basically just when I finish the franchise, just go through and talk about basically for each game that I have a favorite character, I'd talk about my favorite from that game. So I don't think I'd talk about the entire casts of all the Persona games that I play just for my sanity. But I don't know. It was just a thought, a way for me to get a general video, kind of a guaranteed video out of doing my Megami Tensei playthrough, just because because right now the only games I'd need to replay for that for footage are the first Shin Megami Tensei for the Chaos Hero, and then there is one character in Shin Megami Tensei If that I thought was interesting based on like reading the Wikipedia article or the Wikia article after beating the game, because I played the wrong route to really understand that character, and I was pretty interested in Shin Megami Tensei If, even though I talked about that, right?
I don't remember.
Probably, because I assume I would have. But basically, like, because the main antagonist is like, he mostly gets fleshed out on a different one of the, because there's 4 routes to the game, and he gets a lot of characterization on one of the ones I didn't play, and it's relatively short, all things considered. So I might just like replay it every so often, and if I get footage, I don't know. I'm preparing to talk about that character, even though right now he's not like. He's the most interesting one in that game, but not. I don't like him to the point that I'd call him like, oh, he's a character. Well, normally I'd talk about them in this video, but I don't know. It was just an idea of like, I don't know how successful it'd be or whatever, but I'm not really fussed about that. But I don't know, just having a very general video where I just talk about all these random Shin Megami Tensei characters that I happen to like, or Persona characters, because that's also part of it. So I don't know. It's just a video idea I came up with.
Like 3 through 5 especially. I feel like that could make that video kind of long if you're including Persona characters.
Well, I'm only going to talk like that's my limit is, one of it is like I'm only going to talk about one character per game, and if for spin-offs and stuff, I'm only going to talk about a character for that game if the content in that game specifically adds enough to the character, or really focuses on an aspect of them I already liked, that doesn't necessarily push them above the character in the main game, like whoever I talk about in the main game. So that's kind of my limit there. So like, because in theory I could just like, oh wow, I really like the cast of Persona 4. Let's use all these spin-offs as a way to talk about all of them, right? And maybe I'll feel that way, but I might just like talk about my single favorite character. Ain't no way you're playing
Persona Q, brother. I'm sorry.
I've probably played games worse than that.
Yeah, I know. It's not really that bad.
Yeah, I was about to say. So like, so far I've not dropped a Shin Megami Tensei game, but basically, because with that in mind, like I'll still play all the games, but then I'll have the option of like, because there might be characters that I really like that I just end up not talking about because there was someone else in the game I liked more, and none of the spin-offs or secondary games added enough to that character. And like, I don't even know which one of the spin-offs like people do like and say or whatnot, but I don't know, it was just a thought I had as far as a way to like, and all I really have to do that's different is just record the footage of the games I'm playing. What was it? Yeah, because mostly I've been playing on my 3DS. So, but even then, like I'm playing Majin Tensei 2 right now, and I do not. I don't know. It's a weird game in the sense of the way the characters like just I don't know. The stakes feel really high, but the conversations are still real comical, and like the demon recruitment conversations are just keep making me go like, what? So I don't know. I like it enough, but it's definitely not like, oh yeah, definitely got to talk about this character in that video. Maybe I'll be surprised going forward, but hasn't done anything for me yet. Which isn't bad, because that means I don't have to replay and get footage, because it's a long game. It's like 50 hours. So and yeah, Shonen Hero, I am interested in Shin Megami Tensei 4. And just I don't know. There's lots of games coming up that I'm interested in, but yeah.
Neat. Teehee.
Are you guys up to anything that you feel like talking about, or nah?
I mean, I finished Creamy Mommy. I think I talked about finishing that. I don't fucking know.
No, you did not.
Oh, well, I mean, I finished it. It was a solid show. Gave it a 7. I liked it. I don't think the last episode was like crazy memorable or anything, because like a lot of the last episode was like kind of just a regular episode. Like it was her final performance, and it was like raining and stuff, so it was like shit was going wrong. But like the first half of it wasn't super standout, because part of it was like her trying to get someone to come see her final performance, because they didn't want to go at first for some reasons. And then like the last half is like her performing and stuff, and she's like crying, and like it's cool. I like how they have like flash forwards to show her and some of the other characters older. Even though I don't really like her adult design. Like it's one of those designs where it just like makes her taller. But it just kind of looks kind of weird. Like, it would have been nice if maybe her hairstyle changed or something. Yeah, it was fine. Yeah. But basically what I was going to say about that is because since I finished that, I'm going back to watching Gutsy Frog. So I started watching it again. Because
you said YouTube has been subbing more episodes?
Yeah, they passed it for like a while now. Because I feel like for how much I might have like mentioned it in passing, you'd think I'd have seen more of it than I did. But really, there was only 22 episodes. And so now I'm able to watch more, and I think they're on like 40 something, so I watched like the 23rd episode. Yeah.
Nice.
Let me check how much.
That's actually a pretty good pace then, because you said they're doing it weekly.
Yeah, they're doing it weekly. They just got to episode 40. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that's unfortunate is like the TMS upload, like the video quality is worse, like for sure, which it does kind of bother me. Like at first when I was watching the episode, it was just kind of like, fuck dude, this just doesn't look great. Like I did get pulled into it because the episode itself was good. It was one of those ones where like, you know, even though Pyeongkichi and Hiroshi like fight a lot, they care about each other a lot. And he was like very emotional about like the premise of the episode was like, you know, he like Pyeongkichi got upset enough to where he was like, I want to get off the shirt, like I don't want to be a flat frog anymore. And like what happens is like he gets Hiroshi gets tricked into thinking that he was able to get off the shirt when he really wasn't, but like he like broke down in tears and was like super upset about him being gone and stuff. So it was a nice episode. I like Gutsy Frog. I'm glad to be back.
Let's go.
After that, after I catch up, it could be Kinnikuman if I really, really am feeling Kinnikuman lol. Or I'll get back to Pokemon and finish the rest that I have to watch. Because at least, you know, of Johto, not like the whole thing. Because I've seen 208 episodes and there's 276 so of that section, so it's still doable to finish. And I don't know if I've mentioned this like on stream, but for Creamy Mommy, I did find out about 3 other shows that are in the same universe, so those are possible watches, just probably not this year. I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I do have like 4 OVAs of Creamy Mommy to watch, but that's definitely after I catch up on Gutsy Frog. Because one of them, like it's like a 45-minute recap, and then the other 40 minutes is like new stuff. I'm curious what the concept is, because it does show her grown up, but I don't know if the OVAs decide to do stuff from before that, or if any of them it's her grown up. Because it's not really a spoiler, but like at the end she doesn't have powers anymore, because her powers is only for like a year. But I'm assuming in like one of them she probably gets it back somehow or something. I don't know. Curious.
I was gonna say, because you mentioned watching Kinnikuman, I did have the thought, because I am kind of interested in it, like how it works as an old Jump adaptation, because like I really haven't seen that many old Jump adaptations. Like probably like oldest one would probably be Dragon Ball, and that would have been like when it was on TV. So I really haven't watched that much, you know. But yeah, I don't know if I can commit to that.
Bro's gotten out-boomered by me. That's crazy.
I respect it.
Gutsy Frog is the second oldest Jump adaptation, so I'm already cooking. And I've seen 1 episode of Gaki Daisho, but that shit's trash, and I'm not continuing.
Sad.
I mean, there's only 6 translated episodes anyway. It's not like I could watch all of it, but I don't even feel like watching what's translated.
Unfortunate. You have anything going on, Vindy, or shall we look into calling it?
Anything going on like right now?
Anything you want to talk about? Yeah.
Sorry, I would talk about probably, if not next week, the week after, because I've got Ace Attorney, and I don't know if I'll talk about it before I finish like Apollo Justice, but I probably will talk about it for sure when I finish that one, and then I'll start playing Persona soon, which is exciting. I'll finish RE8 probably this week as well, so I'll be able to talk about that. But I can't think of a bunch right now that like I have that's like for sure like I'm ready to talk about this. You know. Oh wait, did I talk about Horizon after? I did talk about finishing Horizon. Never mind.
We talked, I think, last week.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Yeah, never mind. We talked about Horizon.
No, okay. I'm not starting DBC. I give up. I gave up on that one.
Watching it, or?
Yeah, I mean, maybe in the distant future, but I at this point, I'm probably just going to watch Super at some point.
Dude, so. You know what? I actually thought of earlier today, I might do it when we're done here. I might turn on an episode of Super.
Ooh.
Well, I was mad at myself because I was like, if I couldn't watch all of the... Yeah, Chopper. If I can watch all of the Kaido fight, like all 7 episodes there in one day, I could probably watch some other shonen bullshit. So I should probably try to watch some more Super, because I have like it all downloaded, I think. Or at least a bunch of it downloaded. I think I have it all downloaded. So it's like, I could watch more Super. I should. I like Dragon Ball.
He likes Dragon Ball? What?
That's cool. Because I definitely am curious about Super, but also Luna's reaction is fair, where it's like Vindy watching anime. That's cool because you haven't. When was the last time you really like watched an anime? I feel like it's been a minute, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I want to say it was Gintama, but I feel like you must have watched something after that. Probably some seasonal stuff we did for a draft.
The last seasonal thing that he would have watched was the vending machine show, but I think Gintama was a little bit after that, maybe.
No, Gintama was way before that, brother.
Was it?
Gintama was like before I like moved originally. Yeah, Gintama was.
I don't think you were moved into where you are now when we were watching Vending Machine. No shot.
Oh, that might have been
for sure.
Okay,
I was. Can promise.
Actually, no, you're right. Because now I remember trying to. It was because when I tried to send you that shit a while ago, you told me you were where you were, and I was like, oh, that's why you didn't get it. I don't remember what I tried to send you, but it was something funny.
Maybe.
Yeah, I sent you like a couple random volumes of some random dog shit manga, but I can't remember what it was.
What the hell?
Yeah, I wish it fucking went through.
Yeah, nonsense of time is totally ruined, but I'm okay to call it. I'm okay to call it. Sorry, I'm looking at something.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I don't know what I'm gonna check out after Moral Oral. I know the next game. I don't know. I'm slightly interested in this Back to Zodiac because it looks neat, and maybe I will just buy it. I mean, I'm almost done with Moral Oral, so maybe I will just buy it and play it real quick, and that way I can say that I listen to my friends when they recommend me stuff sometimes. So yeah. Even though this is less more of a just like you saw it and you thought, hey, Crafts might like this. That's cool. I appreciate it. But yeah. I guess that'll do it for this episode of the Weeb Club.
Cool.
Alrighty, adios, gamers.
Good.